Hey, welcome back to another Outdoor Guys episode.
Today we're at Salvage, the town of Salvage.
Yeah, we got a big day planned, a tour of the Fisheries Museum in Salvage.
And the Duchess of the Damnable is going to take us on a little tour of the Damnable Trails.
We hope you enjoy the episode. Check us out, subscribe, click like, hit the notification bell, and thanks for being here with us. Welcome to Salvage. Finally made it to Salvage, and we're here. We're about to do a tour of the museum, the Fisherman's Museum here in Salvage. And we have Nancy and Karen, who's going to be taking us through the museum and Damnable Trails.
Damnable Trails.
Damnable Trails. So Nancy's a member of the committee of the museum, and
Karen is also on committee.
we're going to let them tell us a little bit about the museum.
Well, it's the oldest building in Salvage. It dates back to about the 1860s, but the 1880s is when it became a livable house to the first family, which were the Lane family.
Yeah.
And the Lane family lived in the house from the mid-1880s right up until Confederation, 1949. Their son, Charles Maxwell Lane, was a part of Joey Smallwood's cabinet. And in 1949, following Confederation, the Lane family moved on from this house. And the second family to move in were the Hefferon family. And they moved from just down the road in a place called Wild Cove. And that was Ida and Wilfred Hefferon and their 5 sons. So when the Hefferons lived here, and you counted the 5 sons and some of them with wives and children, there were 11 people
In this house?
in total that lived in this house.
That was more than normal back.
And it's only a 3-bedroom house, so you can imagine the bodies of the kids lined up, foot to head in the beds. And the Hefferons left the house in the late 60s. They moved to a piece of property next door. And that's when the house became, through their work and through their love for the area, became the first community museum in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador.
Oh. It's a good idea. A lot of times
It remains. I believe there's one other, and I'm not sure where that is, but we're still known as the first community museum in the province.
It's a good idea because it saves the heritage of the town.
The only other place I can think of, like around our area, is like the Barber House.
I think the same restorers did this place as the Barber House.
Okay.
Yes.
Same group.
Yeah.
And there are still 2 of the Hefferon sons and their families alive and living in Salvage. The Hefferon history goes back to the very early 1800s.
Okay.
When they came from Ireland.
Well, I was going to ask that where they originate from.
Yes, Belfast. So would you like to come in and see the museum?
Absolutely. Wow. That's absolutely beautiful.
And we just lost the gentleman who used to be a part of this model, the Crystal Stream.
Yeah.
You were talking about when you lose the older ones, you lose your history.
So you got
We have the
something saved,
history, and if it hadn't been for Gerald Hunter sharing that history with us, we wouldn't be blessed with what we have. This was a picture of Gerald Hunter when he was approximately 19 years old with his uncle and his grandfather, and it was his first trip to Labrador to go fishing. And in later years, this became, they said, the best schooner to have ever sailed Bonavista Vista Bay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And it was a cargo. It delivered to all of the outport communities because this was long before we had roads. And the model builder, Lewin Russell, did the model of it. And then we had a resident in Salvage whose name was Rex Hunter, who bought the model and was in the process of finishing up all the riggings and the detailing on it. Unfortunately, he passed away. So there were a couple of community-involved people who did finish all the riggings on it, and it was donated by Rex Hunter's wife to the museum.
It's beautiful.
Amazing. I was raised by my grandfather and grandmother, and he was obsessed with schooners and balloon holes and built me little small ones with that.
Fascinates me
that
that was the lifestyle of how these people lived, right? That's what they did.
Yeah, they survived. They made a living. And it's not like they just went out in the harbour either. I mean, they went,
long
Labrador.
distance, to Labrador and to I mean, it would go in and out of St. John's, this would, to pick up supplies and then bring it out to the outport communities that weren't accessible by road. And that fellow that looks like Joey Small
Yeah, I was
is
gonna say,
Charles
oh my God.
Maxwell Lane.
Yeah, that's the one
I always joke, I say, it must have been a prerequisite, and you couldn't be part of Joey's cabinet unless you looked like him.
Yeah.
This is the actual old house now that you're coming in.
Okay, so that part there was added
That
on.
part was added on when it became a museum,
Okay.
so that they could,
Oh, yeah.
so that they could add
Oh, you
the
said-
washrooms and the consignment goods. This is the certificate of civic responsibility that in its original frame, and Scotch tape marks and everything. And that was given to them in 1971.
Oh, wow.
That in itself is
Yeah.
Yes.
50 some odd years
That's what I was
old.
just gonna say. It's older than me.
We used to have one of those, grandfather. Remember that one?
Anyway.
So is that the original stove that was there?
No,
No.
this is the original stone
Stone,
back wall.
yeah, chimney and.
It was an open hearth.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
In the days that the Lanes lived here. When the Hefferons came in, yes, they would have had a stove similar to this. A bit of a replacement. The original,
Yeah, well, I mean, even now you can see like the changes in the kids growing up today. Like Austin, for example, Danny's son,
yes,
who barely got an accent, you know, compared
Yes.
to like say me and Danny or
Right.
you know.
And it was,
Yeah, the
Danny-
traditional Newfoundland accent.
you can
Right.
understand
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
we're still, we got to put a speed bump on right when we're talking,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I do. I
Yeah,
gotta
me
put a
too, yeah.
speed bump on.
Yeah.
If I don't, it's too fast for anybody to understand.
But
See?
like my kids and Danny's kids, like most of them don't even have an accent anymore.
No, not our accent.
But yeah, it's amazing that you guys are preserving the history of outport Newfoundland or rural Newfoundland, whatever you want to call it.
yep.
And it looks beautiful and it's very well maintained, obviously. Just looking around this.
Yeah. And this gentleman, Heber Hefferon, was one of the Hefferon five sons, and he was the broom maker.
Okay.
He was actually to the Expo 67.
Oh,
Yes, and it's
He
all
actually, they took him,
made-
the government came and he went and he did birch brooms at Expo 67. It was a big thing then, Bob.
His birch brooms were made out of one solid piece of birch.
Wow. Holy
And-
moly.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
And sat
Whoa.
with a penknife for hours
Wow.
and hours and hours. There's a
I
picture
never seen
of
that like that
him.
before.
when you drove to Salvage, there was a sign up that said birch brooms for sale. I grew up with it.
Aye.
And the house is just over
Yeah,
here.
the
It's been
original
renovated.
house, the house that Heber and his wife lived in, is
That's
Yeah.
neat.
now
thing I've ever seen.
integrated into part of that
Yeah,
yellow
small
house
from one
over there.
piece.
The broom making is a dying art,
Yeah.
as they say. And
A lot of things are these days.
it's not, yes. It's not
And it's
something
it's
that
not getting better.
people do anymore.
No,
Yeah.
that. And what's
Yes.
in that. That's the main
Oh,
thing.
technology.
Technology.
If you can't Google it, well.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
anything,
find
or
it.
no one leaves home no more.
Right.
Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing.
Historical what? That'd be the Damnable Trails Festival.
What is that?
Maybe you guys should come over and have a little bit of fun at one of those days. You start off, it's the 20th day in Salvage, which is amazing, isn't it? We had the fiddle
Yeah.
players at the museum. The road race, we had the trail race that morning.
It's already sold out, is it?
Oh, we sold it. We sold it 24 to 36 hours. We got a runner this year from Pittsburgh.
Why are you so worried about the beach being so late? Or the run?
Because he wanted to run. Didn't he mention it? Oh, he asked for a ticket. We started training 4 a.m. in the morning.
Thank you very much, Nancy, for the tour of the museum.
Yes, thank you.
If you'd like, you can go upstairs. There are 2 rooms open for viewing with artifacts.
Oh, okay. Gee, I didn't know there was more.
Yes, there's more.
Yeah, we're upstairs and this, I said to Danny just a minute ago, that it reminded me of like when I grew up in my grandfather's house before we moved to our own
Yeah.
house.
Well,
This
when
is
we was
very
real,
similar.
it was real young. Everything was
A bit like this. Yeah.
wallpaper. It's coming back now though,
Yeah.
in a lot of places.
Yeah,
But this is like a 70s, up to the 70s, early 80s.
80s for sure.
This here, a little bit older, some wash
Yeah.
pans.
Scoreboard. Wash pants.
Oh, whatever to call it. What is it?
Nobody knows. No one knows. So we're gonna go over and do, what was it?
Round here.
Round
There's a
Head
good
Trail.
hot spot.
We're in the museum trail, so there's a bunch of trails there essentially. in Salvage itself. And we're just trying to figure out which one
We're
to
just
do.
trying to
'Cause
figure
we're
out
on a-
which one to do.
Yeah,
This
There
is
are
right now
so
is the
many.
hot trail.
yeah,
So we're going to go to the cold trail. Let's go.
If there is such a thing.
yeah.
But anyway, we're
Yeah.
gonna try something else, guys. He goes up top of that hill and he goes to that lookout.
Oh,
That's what you call round head. Gives you a view of both harbours, the whole in Salvage. I mean, Salvage is Bishop's Harbour and Salvage Harbour.
Okay.
One time,
So which one is
not
this?
really connected. This one here is Salvage Harbour,
The other side.
and the other side is Bishop's Harbour, where you were at earlier. Burden's Point, a lot of history. Used to be a causeway went out there. 60s dice took it out. Old Harry Cole was a story about the devil.
Harry,
And
yeah.
they say it's a reef there. And they say he'd wait for the ships. And as they come by, he'd wait and say, I'm taking that one.
Oh,
So
okay.
he'd rise from the water and away would go the ship.
So much
Come down here.
tourism here. I can't believe it's not a year.
Oh yeah, can you say that? So the Damnable Trail Festival is from
The 20th to the
September.
20th. And I don't know if you guys have heard, but we've got 19 bills. It's a big thing to ring the bell, right? Because at the race,
Yeah,
when you
donate a
cross the
bell,
finish
Danny.
line, we had the big brass bell.
Yeah.
See, all
It
these
is
trails
that way.
came around when the fish plant burned. I'm not sure the exact date. I'm afraid to say it. I'm going to shoot in the early 2000s. The fish plant burnt.
Okay.
They got together, they put their heads together. They took those trails that were trails at one time and turned them into just the Salvage
Damnable,
Trails.
yeah.
They're all part of the Damnable Trail. It came about the Terra Nova Tourism Association. So they revitalized them, plus we built more.
Well, we finished our tour with Karen.
Wait.
And
It's not Karen. It's the Duchess of Damnable. I can't say it, right? Duchess of Damnable. Is that right?
Yeah.
Ah, whatever.
he
She's
got chromosomes missing.
She's only half.
Half one.
Half one. That's fact too. Fact. She's the
So
Duchess.
we're anyway. We want to say thank you for the
Yeah.
invite to come out and film with
And,
you and to do the tour of the
Massive
town.
amount of information.
Yeah, and
Well, we're hoping you come back, and we definitely want to see you at the festival.
yeah.
We're looking forward to
Danny
seeing
wants
you
to
there.
jog the 15-kilometer trail.
22. We wouldn't
Yeah,
end
but-
up with 15.
Tony picked me up in the car somewhere and take me. You be there waiting for the car.
We could always
then
get
what?
Buddy to pick you up.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I ain't running it.
Anyway, guys, thanks.
And then he walking it.
Thanks,
Anyway,
guys,
yes,
for
thanks for
coming
having
out,
us over.
and I'm hoping you come back and do another visit.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Okay,
sure.
thanks. Bye-bye.
Holy Damnable Trails. Where are we going?
Come on. We made it to what's this one called? Round Head.
Round it.
And the lookout's beautiful. See all Salvage behind us.
There was a bigger lookout up there, a higher lookout, but you know, this one looked nicer. It's too high.
Yeah, that one would be.
We would have made it.
Yeah, we have to come back maybe to get the rest of the trail. So we did the Round Head Trail. There's, like Karen was saying, there's a load of trails there. And about 9 kilometers. So I mean, they're all here. You can see each one of the trails.
Coastal Trails one up behind the museum.
I can't believe we're that close to St. Brendan's. When we're fishing, when you seen us out Fish Cove on one of our other videos, so there's you can't really see it on GoPro, but there's a village, St. Brendan's, that is right there, that we can see by eye from this side, and we're on the other side when we're fishing.
There's an hour drive here from our
Yeah,
town.
so that's kind of crazy. And we're kind of in, well, not in Terra Nova National Park, but the park is
Bordered.
Yeah, we're bordering it right there in Port Peninsula.
The Eastport Peninsula is on the borderline of the Terra Nova Park. We're now at the fish plant that burned down back in the early 2000s, we believe. And I believe it's being repurposed into another business. We're not quite sure what it is, but they're working at it now. But it's the old fish plant. Boats are still here, but I guess that's for other fishmen that we take the fish to. Fisherman that lives there, I guess.
That was from St. John's.
Well, that was from St. John's. So maybe it's the closer port, you know what I mean?
But Danny's taking a shortcut, you can't handle it. Straight up over the hill. This is the second trail we did over there. And now we're doing the, I forget the name of this trail. But there's another one like right in town. You can see it pretty well. Directly in town. I didn't realize it either, like even when she was talking to me first, Karen, that there was 2 arbors, so looks like Danny's to the top.
2 arbors and 1 arbor.
Yeah. Some patchberries.
Okay. Well, partridge berries, not patchberries.
These trails out there though are not easy access for anybody who's
Not bad.
if someone's got issues like got wheelchairs and stuff, they can't do this. Anyway, we're gonna ring the bell here. That'd be 2 trails.
2 bells, 1 bells.
2 bells and 2 arbors and 1 arbor.
1 arbor.
Let's see if we can find the bell. Oh, I see it. I see it.
Oh my God. Wait a second. I'm the bell ringer, not you.
You rang the last one.
Oh, look there. Oh! Oh! That's not funny. Who put that chair there?
It was hilarious.
Oh.
Princess.
Salvage.
Oh, it is a beautiful view from here though too. You get to see them 2 mountains. Or islands, some mountains.
Don't say mountains. You're ridiculed last time I said mountains.
Who ridiculed you?
Someone online.
Is that?
Yeah, like that big word I just used.
Ridiculed. Oh my God.
That one out of dicks here.
But it's a beautiful area, well worth coming. Check out the museum. Man, that schooner in that museum was beautiful.
Oh, I think they've that old.
Nice.
I don't know what to do with it.
Oh, it's nice, just look
I
at
don't
it.
know.
But the museum had a lot of nice stuff, a lot of interesting facts, a lot of
What's the
history.
name of the lady? I forgot.
Nancy.
Oh, the Duchess of
Oh, and
the Damnable Trails. The Duchess of the Damnable Trails. She's very informational.
Yeah,
She's like,
Nancy was too.
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
knowledge, a lot of
2 of them.
2 of them.
Regards to the trail, like what she's
Yeah.
talking, she knows a lot about the trails.
Really good representatives of the town and the area.
I find this town is
It's amazing.
saturated with
Yeah.
tourism.
It is, yeah. It's beautiful though. You can see why. You know, when you look around.
Every town should be like this, but it's not. Like with
Well, I think
tourism
Newfoundland in general, you know, like is like a lot.
is Eddie now, eh? It is
Yeah,
now, eh?
a lot of beautiful scenery, a lot of little coves everywhere
We didn't see.
that you don't
The
even
world-
know.
The world
you know.
only seen 1% of
Yeah.
Newfoundland yet. They're just seeing the main parts. There's
Oh,
hidden.
We live here and we only seen 1%.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, that tells you there. But the outdoor guys, eventually, will bring every aspect to the world of Newfoundland. That's the part.
Imagine.
Not 2 frying pan islands.
Yeah.
2 turtle islands.
Austin, what do you think of that statement?
What?
But it's beautiful. We had an amazing tour with Karen and Nancy, and we want to thank them again, of course, for taking their time to show us around and show us the museum. We really appreciate it.
The Duchess.
Duchess of the Damnable Trails.
Their name.
Anyway, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. We hope you enjoy the view that we give you of Salvage, and see you on the next one. I'm Tony.
I'm Danny.
We're the outdoor guys.
We're at Salvage.
Damnable Trails. Thanks for being here.